Good morning, beautiful. How are you today? Well, it's been an eventful month of March, and now that we are into April, as a matter of fact, it's April 1st, and we start out fresh, a new day, a new month, um, a new week. But the thing is, we have to look at every day as a fresh day, as a new start, a new beginning, an opportunity to move and make better choices and decisions, and to keep pressing, choosing, making that choice that I'm always talking about of something more, something better, something different. And that leads me into talking about being present. Being present in the moment means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But for me, it's one of those things where um, I talk to my mentees, I talk to the women that I work with, I talk with my children because I'm very transparent, I'm very open about my past, my thoughts, my life, my vision. Um, so I have a different outlook than a lot of people when it comes to certain things. And I choose to share. I choose to be an open book. I choose to allow people in to glean and learn from me, whether they're young, whether they're old, whether it's a male, whether it's a female, it don't matter. To me, I feel like when we can learn how to remove ourselves out of the thought process, we can be present and look at the situation itself and not the person, not our beliefs, not what we think somebody should or should not do, and allow us to look at their circumstances and what they're going through because everybody endures life differently. But what is definitely a thing that needs to be worked on is how to be present in the moment. We're not talking about turning a blind eye to the past or turning a blind eye to those that hurt you. But what I'm saying is when a situation presents itself, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or what have you, let's deal with that current situation. Not use our past situation and implant it into that current situation and make it something that it's not. I say all of this because I talk about our children a lot. I talk about them having a voice. And in order to have a greater impact on our future generation, those that we are loving on, imparting on, sharing, communicating, supporting, in order for them to move forward and be present in a moment, we have to be willing to be present with them. But if we're walking around in our woulda, shoulda, couldas, or I'm going to force you to do this because I did this, or I didn't do this, so now you have to do this, it's very hard to get to the core and build a plan that's going to work for them. I can always share and I can always show what worked for me. But even if it worked for me, does not necessarily mean it's going to work for you. Even with my children, even though they grew up in the same house, under the same rules, doing the same thing, are totally different. What works for one will definitely not work for the other. And that's just life in general. When you go from job to job, what worked on one job won't work on another job. What worked at this church won't work at that church. What worked with this group of friends won't work with that group of friends. And that's being present. And that's choosing to absorb, to see, analyze, and make a decision based off of what's going on right then. Not, oh, you remind me of such and such, so I'm going to treat you like that. Or the last person I let do this, they ran over me. No, that's not how we're supposed to operate. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to have your awareness about you. You always supposed to guard yourself. You always supposed to have barriers. But what I'm saying is you have to look at that person, look at that situation, look at that job, look at that opportunity for what it is, and find a way to see the good, the positive. Because when you go into it in a positive way, not what went wrong, it allows you to be present and it allows you to open up and maybe bring something to it or change the direction of how that path was going. But other than that, you're going to keep having the same results if you don't do things differently. So, in being present, it opens up so much of the world. It opens up so much love. It opens up so much opportunity that your light shines and you can draw those right people, those right circumstances, those right situations into your presence. And you can move forward and you can heal, you can glean, you can grow. It may not be comfortable, it's never going to be comfortable, but you have a different perspective on anything that's going on around you. So I hope this little tidbit helps you be more present and in the moment and enjoy. I choose to laugh, I choose to be happy, and I choose to love. And with that being said, let's get this wonderful month, this wonderful week that God granted us with going. To God be the glory. God loves you, and so do I. See you guys next week.